Hello, my treasures. It's time to get a little bit nostalgic with Ci'cigi Demon Hunter. The idea behind this is because Ci'cigi has been buffed up to be a Battlecry Outcast Death Rattle minion instead of just a Death Rattle minion. You are able to get additional copies of this card through Illidari Studies and return policy. Essentially, the game plan is there are multiple OTKs, including one that you won't expect, that you can generate through this pool of cards here. But the main one that you're going to be trying to get is the Ultras, the Outcast combo with a bunch of really cheap minions in your hand that you'll be discounting with Argus, and then hopefully doing enough damage to from your opponent. But there's a really spicy one that will be showcased in one of the games in this video with Warglaives of Azzinoth and Going Down Swinging. Now, for the Mulligan guide of the deck, you are going to be looking for Instrument Tech as the main card to keep. This will allow you to get into Umpire's Grip. Outside of this, you're going to be looking for any early game minions or early game removal tools. And finally, if you see a combination of Tide Pool Pupil and Going Down Swinging, keep them both, as this is a great AoE engine that you can easily access to keep wiping out your opponent's board. Now, with all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, since we have Bartendo Bot in that opener, I'm going to get rid of Ci'cigi. Oh, good. We have Perfect Curve, I guess. But yeah, I can't recommend using the card. I don't think there's any decks that would actively want to use it. You'd have to pinpoint a class that doesn't like using their hero power, but also would like the additional ability to stack your opponent's deck, basically. And I guess Rogue would be the one. Because I think... Let me see. I'm pretty sure, like, Beneath the Sand, or Beneath... Oh, no, that's into your deck. Never mind. They didn't bring back Beneath. They brought back the other card that does the same thing as Beneath the Ground. Yeah, it's one of those things that you're just like, oh, this is neat. I would have never expected it, you know? It is kind of a shame such a cool, like, art of a card just doesn't see any play at all because of, like, how bad it is. I'm trying to think of, like, some other cards that are like that, too. That I'm just like, man, I wish this card was better because of the art. Ci'cigi is one of those cards, I would say, probably. King Tide also is technically one of them. Oh, actually, the most recent from Perils and Paradise is Frostbitten Freebooter. That one. I love the art on that card so much. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta risk if you want to know stuff, you know? I'm pretty sure they fixed this, right? The interaction between these two. I don't think this gives me, like, a bunch of additional attacks. If it does, that would be a funny replay to get. I'm gonna do this. Get rid of that. I guess we just go face. Marin is usually... Marin sees a lot of play in a bunch of different decks. Highlander Warrior uses it. Some, like, greedy Druid decks use it, too. Those are the two that stick out in my mind, but usually it's just, like, a decent, like, 7-drop. If you have a bunch of, like, higher cost cards, you can, like, get it for 7 mana, then you discount. No, you don't discount, but, like, oh, yeah, you choose the discount, and then after you choose the discount, end up doing a bunch of damage with it, playing like 0 cost cards. Honestly, this is a deck that we probably could get away with using it over Argus. No, Argus is probably better. Well, now we have a reason to try out our incidental synergy. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I almost want to keep this. Screw it. Do it now. This isn't going to let me attack a bunch of times, right? Oh! 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 Excuse me? Whoa, wait. Okay. I'm not going to keep this, but, like, everything else here is good. I'm just going to assume this is probably... I guess there are a few different Shaman lists floating around right now. Because you have the Pirate Shaman list, you have Nostalgic, you have... Trying to think, there's other ones that people have recently come up with. Tendril Shaman is a meme, but, like, I guess it could be Tendril Shaman. There's, like, some big spell Shaman, I think, floating around too. Or is that technically, like, Horn of the Windlord Shaman? Or we're going to get the elusive AFK Shaman. Also, another card that I have yet to do anything with, but I legitimately don't know what I would do with the card, right? I guess I could stick it into Lanessa Druid, but like it's a high cost mana card, so you'd have to get, instead of 14 mana, you'd have to have what? 19 mana, which is probably not going to happen. Okay, okay. So we have one of those. The question is, do I attack into this, or do we just slam down to get the other weapon out of the deck? I kind of want to just get the other weapon out of the deck. If we really need to, we'll use going down swinging. Also, grabbing the weapon cycles through our deck a little bit more. Because we're probably, what, taking at max here 7 damage? Or we're not going to, because, alrighty. Alright, let's coin this out. I'm going to get rid of the pirates. The reason we were getting rid of the pirates instead of this is because I'm pretty sure the chances of this being... Oh, Nature Shaman also is a big possibility, I guess, too. But the chances of it being Nature Shaman is probably going to be pretty low. I'd assume. But my assumptions could make me feel... You know what the saying is? The only person that assumptions make... Or, I don't remember the saying. Oh, it's... if you make assumptions, it makes an ass out of you and me. And the reason why we're doing this now is because we got the tide pool in hand, so I'm not like weary about using it. It also lures them into a false sense of security of being like, oh shit, hey, we don't have to deal with that anymore, right? Do we use our other weapon here? Is that the play for next turn? Oh. Yeah, let's go gambling. Woo. Okay, that's actually not bad. Sure, I'll take 2 taunts. Not really the best play, but better than nothing. And if they are nostalgic, that puts more minions on board. I almost actually used return policy as the full art for the thumbnail for this. Ugh. But then I decided, you know what, we probably shouldn't. Okay, so this is going to be Horn of the Windlord, so choosing more taunts is probably going to be the best options. I'm assuming they're going to hit here and here. Or, yeah. Okay. CC. Oh, that changes my plans completely. Come on, something good. Okay, Twin Slice can actually matter here. I don't know how much it's going to matter, but it can, in theory, matter. Depending on what we get lucky. Oh, we had... Getting this instantly destroyed would be good. Let's just do it like this. The nice thing actually about return policy is the minion doesn't actually have to die. It just needs to be played. Which means, like, even if this is alive, we could just use it as like a... I will also say that the one thing that I wish I was able to run in this deck, and maybe running at ETC so we can run it would be good, is... Oh, please don't get any taunts. That's 1 taunt. Oh, you know what? That's not going to do what they needed to do. Like, I don't mind popping this with this. Oh, that is so tempting, but I don't think we can get away with not doing this. Like, I would love to be able to not play that, but I think this is the play. This is 5 to everything. Leaves this up. Clears out everything too, and then we can just do a bunch of damage to face and not worry about Wave of Nostalgia. It is a shame that we couldn't use this. No, that was a nice board clear though. They're at 7. They'll have to trade this. They've used... Oh no, they haven't used both pop-up books. Priestess of Fury is such a beautiful card, but at the same time... Also, I'm amazed we don't have like Skull of Gul'dan and some of the other like iconic... These no taunts. Oh, okay. They're not going to believe what we're about to do. Probably. Oh, tide pool. Doesn't clear out everything, but it does get rid of a good chunk of things. And we just gotta hope they don't have an additional 12 damage. Skittering Death into Horn would be enough. No big taunt, and we're good. No big taunt and board clear. That's all we're looking for. No big taunt, board clear. Wait. Oh, they're one off. Oh, they're one off. Please don't have a one cost spell. Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, do we even have it? Shit. How many do we need one more spell? What's in here? Oh, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. We're dead, aren't we? Unless... Maybe we're not. Well, you know, sometimes it works out. Okay, temporary game against Paladin. Let's see what they have in store for us. Greedy Partner is one of those cards that probably shouldn't make it into the final version of the list, but we'll experiment with it. I don't know what we'd replace it with yet, but you know, early on enough in testing, so it doesn't really matter too much. Keeping Tide Pool here and Greedy just because, oh, going down swinging is such a nice card to get with the people. I'm actually kind of amazed that more people don't try to use people in Demon Hunter. It just seems like a very easy class to easily abuse it. Also, we probably should get rid of this card too. I know there are chances for us to actually get the discount on whatever minion we get off of it, but it's not working out how I wanted it to work out. Okay. Part of me thinks it's going to be Flood, but at the same time, I don't know just from this little amount of detail if it's Flood or not. Okay. Still doesn't really give me too much insight. Let's just get rid of this middle minion. Okay, Flash Cell. Okay, we can deal... Can we deal... Wait, math. 2 left, so... We can actually deal with this. It doesn't get rid of all the minions, but it does get rid of the majority of them. It does also set up the tide pool for next turn. Both tide pools, actually. Okay. Oh! Huh. You know, that's... If we had one more mana, that would be really, really good. But we're going to grab an R going down swinging and coin it out, because why not? Gets rid of the majority of the board once again. And do we want to get rid of the other Murray? Or, yeah, I guess we want to get rid of one of these, right? Okay. The worst part about this is the person is just playing absolutely slow. But guess that's fine. I mean, how many times do we have to wipe out this board, old man, for you to learn that you won't be able to do anything with it? All right, we'll grab Chaos Nova. Actually, we could grab Felberon. That's not going to destroy everything I wanted. Actually, there was a way. No, we need one more mana. Reinforce. Okay, I get why you would run that card. I really kind of do. I don't think it's a good option, but I kind of understand it. Like, the idea about or running that card is the fact that there are a lot of classes right now that deal or put out a lot of minions at the same time, and just getting a taunt wall is actually pretty decent. There's no way to give them all a Divine Shield right now, is there? I know there used to be ways, but like, I don't think there currently is anything, because Lorthaxion is rotated out, right? Curious indeed. That's actually, I know people are like, oh, it's Flood Paladin and not Dude Paladin anymore. Dude Paladin is something that I'm amazed we haven't seen a revisit to. Though I guess the last time they did Dude Paladin, it was pretty recent for the most part. I think it was pretty decent. Also, probably should have kept the Despacito here and then just used the second Burning Heart, because then we could have discounted that other card with good old Argus. This deck, the main fault of this deck is the fact that you are looking for mana sheet and you just don't have a lot of options. And trust me, I've tried. There's so many. I've tried a bunch of different variants And the general conclusion I'm coming to is we might actually want to go more down the shopping Demon Hunter route just for additional like removal tools through like Magtheridon or Mythical Beast. But I don't know. That might be something for future me to test out. And by future me, I mean like after this game. Okay. I just wanted to heal a little bit here. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Get some minions up. Then go face. Hopefully they don't have 4 attacks or 5 attacks. All we really need to do is top deck Ci'cigi, and then we're in a really good position depending on what we randomly generate. Okay, Sea Giant doesn't have Rush. That's annoying, but it doesn't necessarily do what they need it to do. Okay. Come on, Ci'cigi top deck. Isn't it Ci'cigi top deck? Oh, that could be it. Thank you. Slam this down, give it Rush. Anything good? Yes! Okay, that's the hit we want to hit. We should be fine if we just use our weapon here and hit into this minion. The chances of them having, what? We also probably should have attacked before we did the combo, because then we could have reduced the Miracle Salesman too. Okay, so what do they need? They need 9 damage. Please don't have Leroy Jenkins in the hand. Okay, so how... Technically speaking, everything that we're about to do does 1 damage a pop. So... Oh, I put that on the wrong side. We should have put it on the other side. That would have been better. Well... I want to get to the Shadow Eye, but I don't think we're going to get to it. Come on, something good. Also, we really should have put those on the other side. We really should have. Okay, we get rid of this. Heals us up a little bit, and we got rid of the board. All right, so let's see if we can get another Ci'cigi. No, we cannot. I guess it doesn't really matter here. Pass it back to them. That was definitely not the most optimal play right there, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, Warhorse Trainer. Oh, they did have a Leroy. I am so thankful that we didn't have to deal with that. Yeah, that's the correct play. I think it's a little bit too late for that play, but okay, GG. All right, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So I played 20 games with the deck and ended up with a 45% win rate, which was actually higher than I originally expected. The deck actually felt incredibly strong for what it can actually do, and I was very much surprised between the interaction between Warglaives and good old going down swinging, which actually was probably one of the reasons why I rushed it out for today instead of tomorrow. Overall, if you're looking for a deck to use Ci'cigi in, this is probably one of the better opportunities you're going to get. And I was really impressed with some of the incidental synergies that they now have enabled now with Ci'cigi, Return Policy, and Illidari Studies. But like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye-bye.